And it's another Game of Thrones tutorial. Welcome back and get ready, because today we're going to be doing the Red Woman herself, Melisandre from Season 4. To prep for this style, make sure you have several bobby pins handy and a few small hair elastics. I'll explain later why I'm not telling you an exact amount right now. I've also got some waves going on, which better fits this overall appearance of a Melisandre hairstyle. Now to start, isolate 2 panels of hair at the front of your head that span between your ears and your part, and go a few inches back. Each panel should be on either side of your head. While you're doing this, take some care to make sure these panels are the same size, or your finished style might look lopsided. Next, at the back of your head, gather up the remaining hair on the top of your head that is between the back boundary of your 2 front panels and the crown of your head. In other words, where your head starts to slope downward dramatically. Rope braid this section of hair by splitting it in half, twisting the halves in one direction, and then twisting them together in the opposite direction. My particular technique for doing this is to twist the left strand clockwise a few times since I'm left-handed, twist the strands together 180 degrees counterclockwise, and then twist clockwise the new strand that's now in my left hand as well, and keep doing this pattern down the length of the braid. This way I'm only twisting one strand at a time and only an inch or so down the strand per twisting, but the end result is a rope braid that is held together by 2 strands that are twisted individually in the opposite direction from which they are twisted together. When you've completed your own rope braid, tie off with a small hair elastic. Now begin wrapping this braid around its root, pinning every half to 2/3 of a circle or so. By doing this, you create a spiral pattern with the braid that eventually turns into a small rosette bun. Take care to make sure this bun is centered on your head. When you get to the end of the braid, tuck it under the bun and pin it securely. Now take one of your side panels of hair and smooth it backwards until it meets the side of your first rosette bun. There's a couple ways to hold the hair here, so on this first run I'll show you that you can hold the section in place with 2 crossed bobby pins right up against the first rosette. Now gently rope braid the hair past these pins until you reach the ends, at which point you can secure the braid with another elastic. Make a rosette bun with this braid too, and try to position it right alongside and slightly lower than the first one. Now you'll notice that in the first bun I kept the elastic on the braid and tucked that along with the braid end underneath the bun to hide it while I was pinning. I find though that on smaller braids, the elastic at the end is rather obtrusive, so on this rosette, I'll show that when you get to the end of the braid during your wrapping, you can pull off this elastic since you don't need it anymore to hold the braid together. This makes the ends of the braid a lot easier to tuck under and pin down. Make a 3rd rosette with the other side panel. This right here is the other way you can position the hair and find where to start braiding. Drape the section backwards and pinch it where it meets the side of the first rosette. Now wrap a small hair elastic around this section as a marker and rope braid the hair past this elastic. Leaving that marker elastic in place, spiral up the braid to make the 3rd rosette. Remember, it should be right up against the side of the first one and be positioned very slightly lower, at the same height as the second bun you made from your first side panel. Leave the elastic on the ends or remove it, whichever is easier for you. This is why there isn't a specific number of hair elastics needed, as some people might prefer one method of positioning and bunning over the other. And while I'm talking on the phone with my mom now, you can see the finished hairstyle. This hair specifically is from season 4, but there are many subtle variations to her hair, so if you're interested in other versions, check out these links from other talented YouTubers. And other than that, thanks for watching, and good luck recreating this.